So you've been wanting to become a DJ or a producer, but you don't know which one is best for you. Let's talk about it. DJs and producers, it's Dave Murilo and I'm back here with another video, and for today I'm gonna be talking about DJ versus producer. Which one is better? So before we just get started, I know a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, DJ team, we are better, no? Producer team, we are better. Chill your tits, motherfuckers. Really, like, let's just have a cool, chill, conversational debate, you know, just relax your titties. For this video, I'm just gonna be covering some of the aspects of being a DJ, some of the aspects of becoming a producer, and just comparing them both, and how would it be one better than the other, like depending on your personality, and also what's the beauty of combining them both, because to me I think they're complementary. So without wasting any more time, I want to start covering the DJ side of things. So first off, for me, I think being a DJ is quicker to learn. Why? Because you don't have to get into as much music theory, as much sound design, as much sound processing, or like doing everything in your head for just like being a beginner is just too much, you know? And for being a DJ, like, you just get the basics. I think like for what I'm doing the videos, just EQs, basic frequencies, basic mixing. And I think it's quicker to learn that way, because also for the second point, it's more practical in the sense that you get to get more practice with your hands. That like, sure, if you were to become a producer and you had a studio, like you get more technical, but first of all, who you have to teach you to like know where to put all the shit, and second of all, it's just way too expensive and too crazy to have a studio in your home, I would say, you know. So that's another point for DJs. I think it's less expensive to be a DJ. Nowadays, you just can download an app, download a software on your computer, you can become a DJ. And a lot of people can say the same thing about becoming a producer, but I think you need more than just the DAW to become a producer. Just like DJing, but for example, for the DJ software, you just need your music to work. You know, you can just get your music, load it up, and start playing around and get something new. Like, oh, like you start learning a little bit by practice. But if you just load up FL Studio, if you just load up Ableton, if you load up Cubase, anything else, and you throw your music, but you're like, what am I supposed to do? You know, how do I make sounds? How do I compose? How do I? So I think it's just way less hustle, like theory-wise. Another point of the DJs, I think, it's how to explain this? Quicker to get in the industry. I mean, you can just go to bars, you can go to clubs, you can go, yeah, technically like where there's music like that, and you're like, yo, I'm a DJ, yeah, let me play, and then like you can get more easily into, well, you can get more easily into the industry than a producer, because from my experience being a producer, you just go up to someone like, hey, I'm a producer also, or like, give me a job, or you know, like buy something of me, buy some beats or buy something, and they're like, oh yeah, whatever. I'm like, and for DJ they maybe too, but I think it's just less harsh on the DJ. Also, another point for DJing, it's more popular, and everybody knows that being a DJ over a producer is like, oh, if you put a DJ and a producer, most likely all the chicks are gonna go for the DJ. So that's I don't know, so harsh reality, I guess. Also, another point, I think it develops motor skills. I think this applies a little bit more with scratching, because when you're scratching with the left side and then on the right side, and then you kind of develop this ambidextrous sense of motor skills. And it's pretty cool, because you can develop and you start to feel like, I can also start doing shit with my left side, you know. So it's pretty cool that also DJing teaches you or helps you improve your motor skills. And lastly, I think a DJ is more of a rock star hustle. It's more of a presentation, more of a showing off instead of up here, because to be honest, all the big DJs or all the upcoming big DJs are like, wow, what the hell? They just have good presentation and that's it. Like, they may have really good music, but it's more of being on Instagram, more of being on social media, more of just me. I'm a rock star. That's why I call it a rock star hustle. And now going to the producer side. Don't get me wrong, like on for the first section, I feel like I made less the producer community, but that's not what I mean. I really love being a producer, and I just want to compare these two sides of the story, you know. And there are also some good sides to the producer, obviously, but obviously it's harder. So for starters, since it's harder to master, it's more fulfilling once you get that sensation that you know that your music is good enough. You know, you spent so many nights, so many months, days, years trying to improve your craft, and you're like, nah man, this is bullshit, I don't like it, and then it gets up to the point that you keep going, and then you start to actually like your craft, and people are like, oh shit, like you're actually making something good, like you're onto something, and you're like, hell yeah, like, you know. So for me, I think it's more fulfilling. Second point, it's more expensive, but at the same time, since it's more expensive, you take more care of your stuff, you take more value into music, you see the real deep meaning behind all the work that goes into it, and it just kind of, well, to me, it gives me like that push of ambitious to be like, oh, expensive studio, like I need to work to get that shit. More theory, yes, it's harder, it's more theory, more study for being a producer, but also I think it develops more your creative skills, because it's just, a lot of people say this, music is just another language, and I just cannot express this enough. It's so true. I mean, if you just close your eyes to any song and then you're hearing the notes, the chord progression and everything, and it makes you feel something, and it's communicating with you, and therefore it has more of a personal touch than just being, put your hands up, woo! Lastly, more side jobs and more like a sidekick hustle. I mean that because you can get a lot of fucking side jobs by being a producer. I mean, you don't only gotta like make beats or like the typical, oh, I'm gonna become Alan Walker, or I don't know what other producer a lot of people admire, like. But the thing is, as a producer in your hometown, you can go up to your radio stations and be like, yo, I can offer you a radio spot. Why? Because I'm a producer, I can record and I can engineer the sound so you can broadcast it on your radio, and you can like charge for that. You can make jingles, you can make all of that good stuff, like anything that is music related, you can sell it. So if you want to, if you're more, that's why I mean, it depends on what kind of person you are. If you're more of a party extrovert, like, woo, let's go hard, then yeah, I think you would be better off being a DJ. But if you're more of the side of relax, video games, chill out in the home, yeah, I think it's more of a producer. However, if you're kind of a little bit like both, and you're kind of a little bit like me, I like to complement both, I think, because, well, you produce your music and then you mix it, and then you start making music with your other friends, and then you start sharing your music, and then you start mixing other people's music, and it's just a combination of everything, and it's just so much, and it's crazy and it's fun. And to me, if I had to explain why I became those two, there was a point in my life, it was kind of tough, so music helped me get through it in a way, you know, kind of, you know, the typical music helped me find myself and all that stuff. But it's true, and that's why I'm also doing this, because I felt like I was being helped by music, and I know music can also help other people. And if I can help you guys grow as artists, as DJs, or producer, or anything you guys want to be, I'll be more than happy to, because it's just like a chain of favors. So uh, in the end, it's up to you to decide. Party hard, more at home, make music more deep, side hustle, rockstar hustle, up to you. So I hope you guys enjoy this shit. Give it a like, give it a comments. If you need more of this stuff, you'll know where to find me on social media. So good. I'll be uploading more of this stuff throughout the weeks. And keep in touch. Turn that bell on for the notifications. And with that, I'm outie.